Hey guys, MC Stu here. Today we're going to talk about bridge officer abilities, how to train your bridge officers and promote them. All right, this is going to be a video, part of a series of videos, kind of a subcategory or sub-series within the beginner's guides for some of the basic systems in the game, how to use them and go about navigating the different perks within those. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate if you go ahead and hit that button and ring the bell. Also, for extra benefits, take a look at becoming a member to the channel. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's start with just taking a look at what bridge officer abilities are. So if we go to our character page here and we take a look at stations, you'll see there's a list of all of our bridge officers. So you have yourself, your ship, and your shuttle if you have one equipped, and all the bridge officers that you have. I have some extra slots. We'll take a look at recruiting them. We have abilities for space and abilities for ground. So what we would do is, as you can see here, I have a tactical officer assigned to this universal station. Tactical stations obviously have to have tactical, engineering, and so on. They come with stock abilities, so if we just say, let's click on this station and let's click on the instance slot, this guy probably came with tactical team default. Well, I wanted some of these other items for different builds and having different choices for putting together some of the different ships. And so in order to get these abilities, we're going to go and see the trainer, where we can purchase training manuals. There are stock manuals and there are premium manuals. There's crafted manuals as well. All of the manuals can be purchased from the exchange. There are some specialty ones, like say this ability right here, Let It Go, that come from an event store. But for the most part, the rest of your abilities are going to be purchasable from the trainer or from the exchange. You also have ground bridge officer abilities. So for instance, if I'm on ground combat with my bridge officer abilities, this bridge officer has the ability to, say, put down a turret. There's many other ones that you can train these guys in. So let's go ahead and run over to where we're going to purchase these basic ones here, and then we will look at how to go about training them. So if we come over here, Admiral Quinn's office, we are actually going to go downstairs and to the left. Most of the time we just jump off the edge there, but here is our trainer. Looks like someone's here picking some up right now. So let's go back in here and take a look at who and what we want to train. Let's see if I have one that hasn't been promoted. We'll just jump in here. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. This is my SRO number 1, and let's say that we want to add to him. Let's see, what don't I have? Torpedo spread 1. Okay, so in the ensign slots, we have ensign, lieutenant, lieutenant commander, and commander. And you'll want to pay attention to this. Some abilities start with the 1 rank, so it's 1, 2, and 3. Some abilities start at lieutenant, and then you would go lieutenant commander and commander for the top rank, kind of like attack pattern alpha here, or I'm sorry, delta. There's other abilities like gravity well, where rank 1 and 2 are, rank 1 is in lieutenant commander, rank 2 is in commander, and rank 3 is also in commander. All of your rank 3 abilities have to be crafted or purchased from the exchange. So let's just take a look at doing something basic here. So we're gonna talk to this guy, and we are going to go to tactical S. So tactical space is what that stands for, and we're gonna go ahead and purchase torpedo spread 1. Here we go. Torpedo spread 1. Once that's purchased, it shows up in our inventory right here. And you'll notice now in this duty officer or this bridge officer's ability list, this is now available to learn. So we're going to click that and we're going to say OK. Now he has this learned as a ability that he can use. So we have him slotted right here in this tactical position. If I click on him and the number or the ensign slot, you'll now see that this is available, and I can click this and now this is slotted. When we go up to space, you're going to want to make sure that you have this ability in your tray, and we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. So we've bought an ability and we've trained the bridge officer and slotted it for the active space seating here. You'll find in some cases, let's say you're brand new and you've leveled up your ship, or you're getting higher up in levels and more higher ranked officer abilities are becoming available. You may come down here and purchase, say, a commander slot item or even a lieutenant slot item, and you'll go to your bridge officer and you'll jump over to his skills, and let's just say it's lieutenant commander. And you have the ability, let's say it's like beam over or fire at will 3. You have it in your inventory, it's there, but this button isn't lighting up. You can't train it. You have the manual, but you can't click learn. What you'll need to do is look down here at the bottom to promote. So you'll want to make sure that you promote your bridge officer to a high enough level. So basically they can be promoted up to commander. As soon as you unlock the ability to train to commander, I'm just going to, promote all the way so they're all the way done. It doesn't cost a lot. It costs experience points, and so it's really easy to do. I've never ran into a position ever on any of my tunes these days or when I first started playing where I didn't have enough. So you're just going to earn this stuff as you're going through the missions. So if you're unable to train your bridge officer in a ability, make sure that he has been promoted, and you'll have to do that at every level. Let's see if I have any. I think all of mine I've promoted, but let's just see. Here's one here. So this guy, what have I promoted him up to? I haven't promoted him at all. So if I wanted to train an ability for this guy, so I can go up to this amount here. So let me just train this. So that's good. If we go up to the next one here, though, if I buy a training manual that is for the lieutenant commander slot, I will not be able to click the learn button. I will need to hit promote and approve that. And now he has been promoted all the way up to the maximum level here, and I can train him in any ability. So if you're unable to learn, make sure that he or she has been properly promoted. Let's take a look at some of the other items that don't come from this guy here. So if we take a look, again, you're going to find, let's just stick with space. So if we go all the way up to the top, you're going to find that there's no rank 3 items. It only goes up to rank 2. Like, for instance, this one here. And you'll see in the description, it tells you what slot it can go in. So when you're putting together your ship and figuring out your abilities, you need to pay attention not just to the rank, but what slot it fits in. So this particular ability fits into the Lieutenant Commander slot at rank 2. If we look at something like Science and Gravity Well, I'm pretty sure we can buy that here. We can. So here's rank 2. This fits into Commander. So rank 2 and rank 3 both fit into Commander, but rank 3 would have to either be crafted or purchased. Let's take a look at something like Chemosite. Let's see who has that. It's SRO1. Okay, so it's the same guy. So if we take a look at Chemosite here, this comes from an Infinity Choice Pack box. So if you open lock boxes, you might get a choice pack box that when you open it will give you a choice between a bunch of premium bridge officer abilities. There's a whole ton of them. They're a combination of abilities that come in individual lock boxes. So the newest one won't have won't be in these choice packs boxes until a new Infinity or some sort of branded lockbox like the Picard or the Borg or a new one comes out. Then those ones will be added into the choice pack, and in those choice packs you can purchase Chemosite 1, 2, 3 or any of the other premium ones. These can also be sold and bought on the exchange, so that's generally the easiest way to go about save up some EC and purchase it instead of opening a bunch of boxes just looking for those choice manual boxes. So that's where some of these other premium ones are going to come from. Let's take a look at the crafting. I don't know what I have unlocked on this guy here, but if we come down to officer training, you would need to create a pad. And then what you would need to have is on most of these standard ones, they are going to be just the pads all you're going to need, and then you can create them. If we keep scrolling down, I have a lot of stuff on this list. It looks like I have a few things unlocked. So these are all specialization ones, which we'll take a look at here in a minute. Here's some of the standard stuff. So you can see I have a bunch of science stuff available to me. I can craft at rank 3, commander slot. Do I have Gravity Well in here? Photonic Officer, which is a great one. if you can fit it. It doesn't have gravity. Some characters can, depending on the class you are, can craft some things and some can craft others, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. This is a science officer and you'd think he'd be able to do all the different science abilities, but that's not necessarily the case. So the exchange is really the place to go, or if you have multiple characters, you'll just need to go through them and see who can craft what for you. Let's talk about specialization for the bridge officers, which we can also craft or buy. So this bridge officer right now has command specialization unlocked on him. So if we look at his abilities and we scroll down, we will see that he also has these command abilities available. The vendor sells these abilities as just like the regular ones. So if we go down and we go to command, and you're going to find the same kind of thing. So it's only going to go up so high in terms of the rank, and then you'll either have to craft it or buy it off the exchange from somebody that has crafted it and posted it for sale. So it's essentially the same exact kind of thing that you would find with just your standard abilities. Now, in order to unlock specialization abilities for a bridge officer, and you can do any or all of them, you will have to change them depending on which one you're doing for the particular build. These can be purchased off the exchange or they can be crafted. So let's take a look at that. These are a little more expensive to craft, and I find buying them off the exchange makes the most sense. They're generally 250,000 EC, which is not that much. I mean, you could buy a number of these with just running Tour of the Galaxy one time. But that is going to be these here. So in order to make one of these, you would have to have a pad, and you have to make a bunch of these individual abilities that are available down here. Once you have one of each of these, I could then make a training manual to unlock the command specialization for this character. Once that's done, then I can go ahead and buy or craft these other specialization abilities for command, and he can learn them just as you would with anything else. So I would recommend going to the exchange for these. This just seems to be a lot of work to do that. On the exchange, what I'll do is I'll go to Bridge Officer Manuals, and you can select, these individual specializations, select it, and then just change the filter to ultra rare. They're going to be the only ones that are, training manuals that are ultra rare. And if you select this category, then you're gonna get what you're looking for real easy. So once you have it, you'll come into here. Let's just say I had Intel. I click on this. Intel is in, this manual is in my inventory. You're going to see it. You can click learn for Intel. You do that, and boom, you've unlocked it. And the base, one for each is going to be available through each of these. And again, to train additional ones, exchange or crafting it. So pretty straightforward, once you're shown this stuff. But I know I struggled with it quite a bit, where, number one, finding this guy. And we'll jump over to Qo'noS in a minute, and I'll show you guys where it is there. Also, Deep Space Nine has it available cross-faction to be able to buy all the same things from that you can from this guy or from the vendor on Qo'noS. We'll take a look at that at the end and just show you where those are. So I think that pretty much covers it. Let's just jump up to space real quick, and we'll go ahead and make sure that torpedo spread 3 that we had put in, torpedo spread 1 that we had trained my bridge officer in, we'll see if it's in the tray. If not, we'll take a quick look how to pull that down into the tray so it's available there for you to use. All right, we are in space. We have torpedo spread 1 here, but I think that was already here because I was already using it. So we're going to see it's actually listed twice. So in order to get to your bridge officer abilities, if you don't see them here, and what I like to do is I like to open up my character screen, go to stations so I can see what I have. So you can see I have 2 slotted right now. So let's pretend we don't, okay? Then what you're going to do is on either one of these bars, it opens the same window. The little top one here looks like a kind of an outline of a pad. We're going to click that. And then we want to unlock the tray so we can manipulate things. This is what you would do if you just wanted to reorganize things, okay? But let's go ahead and scroll down. Torpedo spread is going to be all the way at the bottom. So you can see we have 2 of them now because we just trained my SOP 1, my Superior Romulan Operative, one of them. with torpedo spread 1. So we're going to grab that from the list, and we're going to drag this down to wherever we want. I want to put it in this top corner here. Okay, it's now there. So again, we're pretending we didn't already have it. So now I have it here. I can click this and the mode goes in. Make sure that you relock your tray, okay? So relock your tray before you go into combat. There's nothing worse than being in an intense fight. You're clicking things frantically and you drag something out of place or out of the tray, and now it's gone. And in the middle of combat, you're going to be going into here, trying to unlock this and trying to get back down to torpedo spread and reslot it, because you accidentally did one of these, right? And it's gone. So you don't want to be that guy. That's a real bummer trying to do that. Normally, if I forget to relock this, then I'm waiting until the end, until I'm done. Because otherwise, you're pretty much done until you're, if you try and fix that in the middle of something, especially a TFO. So let's go ahead and jump over to Qo'noS and then to Deep Space Nine, and we will take a look. Actually, we'll jump to Deep Space Nine first and then over to Qo'noS, and we'll take a look at where you can access that vendor on those 2 locations. And we'll look at New Romulus as well, and that'll cover everything. All right, we have just arrived at Deep Space Nine. We're going to go ahead and approach the station here. There's a number of ways to get to where we need to be. If you're familiar with coming to Deep Space Nine, so as we approach it, we can beam directly on, or we can go directly to Ops. Going directly to Ops takes you right there. It's going to be the easiest, but I'm just going to beam on so I can show you where to go if you have gone to the promenade instead of going directly to Ops, since there is quite a bit to do there on the promenade in terms of the exchange mail and your shipyard area. So here we are on the promenade. Let's get rid of that. And what you want to do is find one of the turbo lifts. So turbo lifts are going to be on the inside of the ring here. And here's one. We're going to go over to the turbo lift, go inside, and we're going to turbo lift Ops. Had I not been doing an example, when I approached the station, I would have just clicked beam directly to Ops, and we would have showed up right over on the transporter pad here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come across past the office here, and we're going to go ahead and talk to this guy. Here is the vendor. He offers all of the same things that we were looking at on Earth Space Dock. Let's go ahead and take a look at where to go on Qo'noS. All right, here we are. We have approached Qo'noS, and we're going to go ahead and approach the planet. And I just want to clarify, on DS9, that is a fully cross-faction location. So regardless of if you're Romulan, Klingon, Jem'Hadar, or Fed, basically anybody can access that area and that space and have all the same benefits with the vendors and those kinds of things. So it's a great spot. I really like DS9. Everything's kind of close together too, which is kind of nice. So we're going to go ahead and beam down to the first city. All right, here we go. We are in the transporter room on the first city. We're going to come out into the main courtyard here. All right, so let's just kind of run into the middle so we can get our bearings here. So you have the Great Hall is over here. Your exchange is down this hall here. And across the way over here, we have, I think this is the barracks is what they call it. So in here, you can get your training manuals. Should also talk about bridge officers themselves real quick, and I should have showed this on our space dock. I'm not sure if Deep Space Nine has this or not, but right next to all of your vendors, so down here is where the vendor is for the abilities. On our space dock, we were looking at the vendor there. Just to his right is the other vendor where you can actually purchase bridge officers. You can also buy bridge officers off of the exchange as well. And you'll see there's science, tactical, special officers, and Zen store officers. This is if you have unlocks from things that you purchased in the Zen store. I'm pretty sure Deep Space Nine has a bridge officer vendor, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check. If you're aware, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. Again, I really appreciate when you guys do that, and you're awesome at it. But this is where you can buy bridge officers if you need to fill in some gaps. Klingon, I definitely recommend buying Nausicaans. They have a nice little extra skill trait called Piracy, which gives you bonus damage. Since I mentioned it, I will just show it to you here real quick. I think all of mine, yeah, Nausicaan 1, 2, 3. So here's what a Nausicaan looks like. Pretty ugly, ugly people there. And if we take a look at their traits, they have Pirate. And Pirate gives you plus 1.5 bonus all damage. It seems small, but bonus damage is a Cat 2, and if you stack them up, you can end up with quite a bit of extra bonus damage, which is a nice little perk, and you can buy these straight from the vendor up there for next to nothing. Here is the vendor for the training manuals, just like on our Space Dock and on Deep Space Nine. Let's go ahead and jump over to New Romulus and take a look at where to purchase these there. All right, we have arrived at New Romulus. What we're going to do is go ahead and beam down to the command center. Hopefully I don't make myself look foolish. Every single time I come here to pick up a bridge officer manual, I end up running to the wrong side of the complex and then having to run back across. So let's take a look here and see if we get it right the first time. In fact, what we'll do is why don't we use the map and see if we can narrow this down here. It is not on that side. It is on this side. Yes. Okay, so we're going to come out of the transporter room, and we are going to hang a right down the hallway here. Hey, I still have my backpack on from the first contact mission. That's interesting. All right, so manuals can be bought from this guy. Again, same exact stuff you're going to find on Earth Space Dock, Qo'noS, and on Deep Space Nine. So those are all 4 locations of where to purchase bridge officer training manuals. And I believe these are duty officers. We'll look at that in another video because we're going to touch on duty officers, rep system, and admiralty in this 4, maybe 5-part series, mini-series we're going to put together here. That is not that either. Got to be standing around here at one of these places. Okay, a little embarrassing, but for the life of me, I cannot find where to recruit bridge officers down here on New Romulus. So if anybody knows, please go ahead and put that in the comments for me, whether you can, and if you can, where they are. This game is so huge. You know, if you ever don't know something, just ask. The community's great. And I mean, just take me for example. I make these videos helping others, and I don't know everything, or even close to. So in any case, if you know where we can find bridge officers down here on New Romulus, please go ahead and put that in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. So apart from finding bridge officers on New Romulus, I hope the rest of this was helpful in how to train your bridge officers, how to get training manuals. If you do have any questions, go ahead and throw those down in the comments. Join the Discord server. I'd be more than happy to help you out. We got a great community there, and everybody is more than happy to help. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that button, ring the bell. I'd really appreciate it. We do have a giveaway running right now in Discord for 10 master keys. That'll be pulled in the next week or so. Go ahead and check that out in the giveaway tab there. And good luck to you if you're so inclined to go ahead and join that giveaway. Until next time, guys, be safe, and thank you for watching.